What is up, everybody? It is scorching hot out. It's 95, high 97 today. It's starting to kind of taper off. We are in the evening. We're going to try to catch some fish out here, and I'm going to take you back and we're going to do a little rod review on one that I don't see getting very much attention, but I'm quite fond of. So I did bring a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're starting out with the Hellgrammite on a 1/8 ounce jig head right here with 6-pound line BFS setup. I brought a power cranking setup as well, so we're kind of going to alternate and try to dial into what these fish want. Starting out finesse though, in my experience, when it's scorching hot like this, in this water in particular, tiny little baits on light jig heads work really, really good. That's a good fish. Gotta keep it down because we have a bait finesse setup right now. Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful freaking bass. Yes, I needed you. I had such a difficult morning fishing. I spent about 8 hours at another body of water. Excuse me, I spent about 4 hours at another body of water. 8 would be a little extreme, right? And really, really struggled. I caught like one fish, lost one fish. So we need this guy. And he is just candy caning our rod. My drag's set fairly high. I'm trying not to give him too much leeway, but it's enough to keep me from breaking off, I believe. Just don't jump, buddy. That's a decent fish. I mean, on this light gear, this is a 6'3" light rod. Yeah, that's a beautiful fish, man. Check her out. Oh yeah, on the Hellgrammite. Freaking tank, yo. And we had her really stuck. I was a bit concerned she had choked that bait. You took my Hellgrammite, but that's cool, because you're an absolute beauty. What a unit. But beautiful, beautiful largemouth. Check her out, guys. I am so thankful for this fish, especially in this weather. Kind of want to get around digits real quick. I'm guessing in the 3s. Just do this as fast as possible. And my scale's all messed up because it's a piece of crap. All right, whatever, guys. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Let's get her back in. Let's keep going at it. And off she goes. All right, well, we are jumping real quick. Unfortunately, a pontoon boat rolled up on our nice little spot. They seem pretty oblivious to me fishing it out, so I decided to move. Don't want to hook one of their kids. They're swimming and stuff, so we're gonna come down and try out the other bait I brought, the old tube. We're gonna be throwing that Hellgrammite still, if that's just getting hit. But this spot's just as good. Once they leave, we'll go back there and continue to try for possibly a couple more fish that might be biting in that area. I really don't know. I didn't spend enough time to find out. We got a 2.75 inch tube with a 1/8 ounce tube head running 8-pound line. And the color of the day is green pumpkin. It's just lighter than the water. So we got one just darker than the water, one just lighter than the water. There we go, fish on. Come on up, buddy. Oh, take a look, take a look. Look like a little largemouth. Yeah, we lost her. That is unfortunate, man. Can't afford to be losing those fish in this heat. That's what was happening to me this morning. I caught one real nice one, trying to make a video, and I lost a couple. I was getting real frustrated. No one wants to be pissed off fishing, but this was the best we just caught. I could lose 5 right now and not care too much. Thankful for that one. Good fish. Drum, probably. Oh. Whatever it is, it's decent size. Be a drum, not a foul hook carp. The way it's fighting, I believe it's hooked in the mouth. Could be a nice bass. No, that's a drum for sure. Oh yeah, chunky boy. That's a chunky fella. Oh man. Drum lipping skills. I don't want to get one wriggled in me, so let's try to get you unhooked real quick, buddy. Oh. Absolutely gorgeous. What is up, buddy? I'm gonna save you the cameo and get you back in the water. Beautiful, beautiful drum though. Love that coloring, man, that purpley color. And she's off. There we go. What on earth? On the Hellgramite. Check that out. A little warmouth. Hey, you never know what you're gonna catch. And we hooked him through the mouth. That's a pretty little fish. All right, the boat people have moved. We caught 2 fish, lost 2 fish. Sort of thing happens when you're working a super finesse rods. The little ones will find their way to wriggle themselves off before you can even flip them up. Anyone that does a lot of BFS fishing says they don't lose more fishing if they're using a regular rod as line. You certainly do. You can't just horse them in. However, I feel like I catch more fish on a day like this with finesse baits. So a lot of these are probably ones I wouldn't have even had in the first place. At least that's what I tell myself. Alright, since finesse seems to be the way today, I'm gonna be throwing around that rattle worm. I got some other stick baits too. But maybe a little rattle will draw some attention too. One on the tube, a couple on the Hellgramite. Give this a shot. And we'll tuck that hook in just a little bit, a little bitty. It's a 2-aught EWG with a free sliding 1/8 ounce bullet weight. Good fish. I was just about to say, man, there's this bit of a strategy to throwing it on the rip wrap. What I do is I like to get as close as I can to the actual hard rock I can see on the surface and then pull it out over the wrap. There we go, come on. We need you. It's decent. That's a decent fish. Oh my God, dude. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm not gonna lose my cool, man. I should have just pulled it up right in front of me. What the heck, dude? At least we're catching something, man. Good fish. I'm so glad we came. Oh, and I am recording. I was about to leave. There we go. Feels like a drum. Man, I'm happy with anything biting. That's a nice drum. Oh yeah. Come on in. I love the tubes, man. I can't resist. And look how purple this one is. Man, you're extra purpley. beautiful. Maybe we'll stay another 5 minutes. Gotta throw another cast. All right, guys, another gorgeous drum right as the sun goes down, man. Couldn't be happier. Thank you so much for biting, man. I'll get her back in. For a hot day, gotta be grateful with anything willing to pull that line. Let's throw one more. How cool would that be if we just landed another fish right now on the walk back? Yep. Dude, I'm so lucky, man. That's freaking wild, dude. That is wild. Another warmouth. Oh Lord. Almost took your eye, man. I hope you're all right. I don't know what you're doing trying to eat this thing. That's crazy. Okay, one more, and that'll be the last one. I gotta get to Wendy's. I'm starving. What is up, everybody? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a great time making this one, as always. So we started out with that Yum Hellgrammite. This color is Copper Creek. Big fan of the Hellgrammite in general. They've been helping me do some serious work this summer. Downsizing has been the move for me. I wanted to originally do some cranking within 10 casts. Kind of realized that cranking was not going to work out. I could not will those fish to eat a crankbait, especially in this heat. They seemed like they were in a lazy mood, wanted that smaller bait, that slower presentation. So I exchanged my crank rod with a tube jigging rod. And we threw the Strike King 2.75 inch Bitsy tube loaded with a 1/8 ounce jig head. Kind of one of my go-to summer baits for sure. Alright, onto the rod, guys, that Fenwick's Bait Finesse Special. Now there isn't a lot on this rod, at least in English. I did a YouTube search. The only videos I could really pull up was a short that I made some time ago, and videos in different languages. This is a JDM rod, so it is available on the Japanese domestic market. I got it off Asian Fishing Portal. I think some of the more popular, bigger name sites will ship it out to you, but if they are still available on Asian Fishing Portal, I do recommend them. I've bought several rods, never had an issue with them. Outstanding customer service as well. So, quick breakdown of the rod. It is a 6'3" fast action, light powered rod. So it's short, snappy, and it has extremely accurate casting, which I appreciate when I'm working bait finesse rods. It is meant for bait finesse rods. Our specs are, let me switch it around for y'all. It is rated for 1/16, which I actually just threw a 1/32 on this rod without any problem whatsoever. And I was using 4-pound line as well, so you can get very, very light with it. But the recommendations are 1/16 to 3/8 ounce. I can't imagine throwing a 3/8 ounce with this rod. I'll say that much as well. Line wise, 6 to 14 pound line, and it is stamped with that Bait Finesse Special. So you have an absolutely gorgeous handle on it. I'm gonna try to do this without hitting my wall too much. You got their little icon right there. Down to a corked handle, beautiful wrap. You can see it starting right there. It's kind of like a black and gray check, and it has accents of kind of like a bright pink purpley color. So one thing about this rod is it does have a smaller grip down here, a smaller trigger on it. At first I did not like it very much. It took a little bit of getting used to, but now that I am used to it, I actually enjoy it. It's something different, and it makes the rod very, very easy to palm and manipulate baits in that way. Now you do have a hook holder right there. Again, you got your clean wrap, your logo running into your beautiful, well done micro guides throughout that rod. And let me show you the tip right here. A good looking rod all in all. I'm a big fan. So it almost has well, it is an extremely snappy rod. It does have some backbone to it. You can see that fish I brought in right off the rip, man. No issue whatsoever. It was kind of candy caning us out. Was able to almost horse that fish in. I was barely using my drag. Decent fish. I also caught a 8-pound buffalo fish on this rod for my first day using it, and I had no issue whatsoever bringing in that fish. I was using quite a bit of drag. It was running hard. I had him hooked, but yeah, no issue whatsoever strength wise with the rod. It's absolutely a bass rod. It almost has it feels similar to the Daiwa Black Label, if you've ever used one of their Finesse rods, which I'm about to show you. I actually just broke mine the other day. It's a really, really interesting break, so I'm going to show you that as well. I did a review on that rod maybe 1.5 years ago or something like that, so I got a little update for y'all. Anyhow, I highly recommend this rod. Not only is it crazy effective, it's aesthetically pleasing as well. I actually posted a picture on Instagram of this very rod, and I had a couple people ask him what it was, so I figured I'd make this video on it, and I haven't seen too much on it. Highly recommend it, especially if you're into bait finesse fishing. It's a ton of fun to work. It's unique, it's cool. I have had it for about 1 year now, and I haven't had any issues whatsoever. I have used it a good amount. So anyhow, guys, that is the Fenwick Lynx Bait Finesse Special. Now, moving on to our update on that Daiwa Black Label. So I was shooting a BFS video the other day. I ended up not really getting the kind of footage I needed, so scrapped that video. However, I did recover a little bit. Let me show y'all how I broke it. Itty bitty. Oh my gosh. Oh, would you look at that, man? I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. Let me save you. Would you look at that, my friends? A tiny little smallmouth. They are fairly uncommon in this area. It's a really, really pretty little one. Save you the cameo and get you back in. You're real tiny. Grow bigger, my friend. Grow bigger. What? Whoa. Did I just do that? You're freaking kidding me, man. So there we go. I think I could probably glue that. I don't know how I did that. Somehow sitting my rod down on the rocks. Maybe it was already cracked and I just kind of noticed it. It looked like it kind of worked its way off of there. So as you guys can see, I do fish in a somewhat rough environment and fairly often, but I really haven't used this rod all that much. What I'm imagining is that it came to me like a manufacturing error. You can kind of see that that glue right there, which I'm imagining it just glues this in place on the cork. It kind of seems like a design flaw to me, really, but I can literally put this in place where you can hardly even tell that was broken. I mean, there's one little area here, which is what I think may have happened was I set it down on the rocks and it kind of jarred it, but it had been loosening up for a while and it just broke through that cork. I'm not even gonna deal with a warranty situation. This is another JDM rod. It actually comes out of the handle. There we go. See that blank slides right out of there. What I am gonna do is re-glue that cork. I'm thinking re-glue that little area of handle back there, little area of that rod, and with the cork and possibly seal it. I don't really know, but it seems like something I can handle myself. There's no actual damage to the rod, just the handle, and right now, I mean, I could fish with that. I actually finished out the day fishing with it. But anyhow, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I had a great time making it. As always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and get some good fish on, my friends. It's gonna be extremely hot this coming week. But I'll be getting out doing a lot of fishing, trying to take the kayak out. So hopefully, the last couple times I haven't really caught enough fish to make a video well on my kayak. We're gonna be doing that. Might be doing a catch and cook, who knows. Got some other cool stuff planned where my son picked out my bait for me to use. It's pretty interesting, so we'll do that as well. Anyhow, take care guys. It was a pleasure as always making the video.